Pagkatalo.com, a long-rangey fighter out of Tokyo, Japan, and he couple of years, but as you can see, he is not devoid of power, and a very rocky start for Tomoyama. Servania looking great here in the rocky first minute. And he scores a knockdown. Tries that uppercut, and now here comes, and a fine left-right Tomoyama. Stops Servania in his tracks. Servania tries to answer back and a jab. In the first round, Servania scoring the first one, and now coming in and landing a beautiful right energy, but that's... hard right, and down goes Tomoyama for the second time. Fourth round.
Sa bidyong ito, ay inyong mapapanood ang makapanindig balahibong laban ng isa nating pambato na si Genesis Servania, ang tinaguriang asukal ng Bacolod Negros Occidental. Isa nga po itong si Servania sa nooy undefeated top Pinoy prospect ng Pilipinas. Marami ang mga pinahanga niya noon sa kanyang mga naging laban dahil sa kanyang kakaibang estilo at galing sa ibabaw ng ring. Kaya naman ang dahil sa kanyang sunod-sunod na panalo ay nabigyan nga po ito ng isang magandang oportunidad na lumaban sa labas ng bansa. Dito nga po ay makakatapat ng Pinoy ang Hapon na si Konosuke Tomoyama. Paglalabanan ng dalawa ang WBO Asia Pacific Super Bantamweight title na noong mga panahon na yan ay hawak nga po ng ating bida. Sa magiging laban ay kumpiyansa nga po ang kampo ng Hapon na maaagaw nila ang titulo at sinabing dadaanin nila sa lakas at bilis ang Pinoy. Alam nga po ni Servania na hindi ito magiging isang madaling laban para sa kanya, lalo pat kilala rin itong si Konosuke sa pagiging matapang at palaban. Yung tipo nga pong patay kung lumaban. Kaya naman panoorin natin ang makapigil hiningang bakbakan ng dalawang fighter. Philippines versus Japan. Okay, let's go.
Pagkatalo.com. We're seeing it live around the world, and this is one we've been looking forward to. Super Bantamweight battle, Genesis against Konosuke Tomoyama, a long-rangey fighter out of Tokyo, Japan, and he is down quickly. A sudden and dramatic turn that this fight takes immediately. Taking the mandatory 8 count. Just about to tell you that Tomoyama has actually fought for the World Championship a couple of years ago and had him down in the first round, but it is he who goes down. Servania's nickname Bazooka comes into the ring with a record of 20-0. Only 7 KOs. Not a big KO mark, but as you can see, he is not devoid of power, and he lands a good left hook there. And a very rocky start for Tomoyama. Servania looking great here in the opening moments, and now Tomoyama comes back with his first combination of the fight. And here comes Servania, and these two are throwing the leather. A little bit different after that very rocky first minute. And he scores a knockdown with a left hand. Both fighters have tasted the canvas here in round 1. Mandatory 8 count for the champion, Servania. Here comes Tomoyama back. Good jab by Tomoyama. Tries that uppercut, and now here comes Servania. Very aggressive, as you can see, he's up on his toes. That's his style. And a fine left-right combination by Tomoyama. Stops Servania in his tracks. Servania tries to answer back, and the champion is down again. Second time he is down. 3 knockdowns in round 1.
Awesome.
And you just saw a red-hot first round.
Love it, Rich.
We get ready to start round 2 as we will bring Christina Poncher into our equation here as Tomoyama starts out fast. These fans are into it. First round. No knockdown.
They definitely were. That was one fighter or a Thai fighter. They were very much into the fight, and this fight right here, pitting a Japanese against a Filipino, they're very close, and you see more action. We'll hear this crowd really make some noise.
Both of these fighters with a lot of movement. In my study of Servania, it seemed to me that he kind of wastes a lot of motion with his arms. and toes jumping up and down, but so far he's finally got caught with that second knockdown. The first was a flash knockdown. He was actually knocked down by a jab, but the second knockdown was solid.
I did not see that coming after how the fight started.
No, it certainly didn't. It was an amazing turnaround. It happened so fast, in fact, in the first round. I was just about to tell you about the Nobuo Noshiro fight for WBA championship in 09. He was stopped in 8 rounds, but he had the champion in a bad way in the first round and knocked down now into round 2.
Yeah. His right eyebrow.
I will keep an eye on that. As he comes forward, good aggression, missing that left hand, however. And he saw that he's setting down nicely on his punches. Record I started to mention to you is a bit misleading. He has more power, I think, than what you would think, and so they do. Tomiyama, long-rangey fighter, goes right back to that jab. Got those long arms, pushes it out to set up his straight right hand.
10 seconds.
Arena and his entrance into the ring, he likes to play to the crowd. Round 3 scheduled for 10. This is a WBO Asia Pacific Super Bantamweight champ. You see screen right, black trunks with the white stripe. Tokyo, Japan, he is in the black with the pink trim. We have seen a real good fight, very competitive here. Tough to pick who the winner of this one's going to be through 2 rounds. There were 3 knockdowns in the first round. Cervania scoring the first one and now coming in and landing a beautiful right. Cervania has been marked, cut on the right eye. Referee is Danrek. Toxodons have been meaty like blows that both of these fighters have been landing in this fight. In his world very well early, but he really ran out of gas and he goes a distance of ground. How he reacted. Has had good stamina in his fights. He's been the 10 distances on a number of occasions. Very nice combination by Tomiyama, and Cervania answers right back, but Tomiyama's was the more effective.
Keep up that pace. I mean, like you said, he's constantly bouncing his arms, constant.
Wasted energy, but that's... Hard right, and down goes Tomiyama for the second time. 4th knockdown of the fight, and that was the worst one yet. He was really flattened, but he got up, and he seems okay. Seems to have his legs underneath him. And let's see what Cervania can do. Hard right by Cervania. Tomiyama in trouble. Backed into a corner. Bell sounds. End of the round.
Ready. Genesis, ready. Box.
Fans definitely getting their money here at the Cotai Arena of this WBO Asia Pacific. That he looks is still a little bit rocky. He was successful in the first round of being able to get himself, goes back to that formula here again. But Cervania is undeterred and comes forward with that strong left. I tell you, Genesis, when he throws that left hook, really has a good leverage on it. And now you see what I mean. You know, it's almost hard to believe better, learn how to sit down in their punches, learn to get proper leverage in their punches as they go along and develop. And now Tomiyama mounting his own comeback and getting that as well, urging him on. I get the feeling there's really no crowd favorite here in this fight. They're rooting for both guys, pulling for both. They've just been enjoying what has been an intense between these two. Tomiyama does have the good jab, but nice combination. That's a good 1-2 that Tomiyama has. Now he comes forward, he pushes Cervania up against the ropes, and here comes Genesis back. Cervania's high volume of punches, and the one thing I like about him and in seeing him is that he has a wide variety. He mixes up his attack. Good. And dropped, as he has been on 2 occasions. Here now, just under half a minute to go in round number 4.
seconds. Stop the bell.
Oh, beautiful left hook by Silvania. Gets Tomiyama in trouble. Staggers back against the ropes and his hit with a hard left hook right at the end of the round. This fight very much up for grabs. As we begin round 5, it is scheduled for 10. It's super bantamweight. They have had a tough time stemming the blood. And now, Silvania look very enjoyable bout. So you come out here to Macau and you visit this magnificent November 23rd against Brandon Rios. You see this big feud, and they too are being rewarded like the fans in the stand. That time tried the lead right. Tomiyama also has a very good right, but usually it follows his jab. Good counter left by Silvania.
Comes on the second half.
Punches that are like bricks.
Absolutely.
Digging that right hand. And, you know, it's hard to generate power when you're Tomiyama has fought for a world title. 23. Inside they have 6 videos boards for the fans to, I mean, you're going to be close up to the action. Long range right hand, and again, right at the end of the round, Tomiyama finds himself in a little trouble.
Box.
Here we go into round number 6. Silvania seems to be gaining control, I believe, of the fight at this point. Scheduled for 10. Rich Murata ringside at the Cotai Arena. Very happy to be joined by Christina Poncher here at our Colonel Bob Sheridan, who you see so many times, of course, internationally and for so many years. And the Colonel recently had heart surgery, but he's already bounced back. He is home. He is wisecracker, and it was great to hear from him when we wish him all the best. Glad he's recovering very well. He'll be back at the mic very soon. Nice combination by Tomiyama as he tries to regain some momentum. He even dug a right hand to the body. Tomiyama's been mostly
throwing that jab out with the left, but not really throwing the right with much force. I don't know if it's causing him a little bit of trouble, but he's been kind of shaking it, letting it loose, and as you can see, just not really throwing that right hand.
Maybe that's when he threw it hard, he threw it to the body of Silvania. Silvania's really thrown in this round was to the body of Silvania. A one-armed fighter against Silvania is going to be comes over the top, and I see a smear of blood on Tomiyama's face as he tries to flash out his jab. And as you can see, that they're doing better with the cut now on Silvania. It's not bleeding as much as it was midway through the round. With a hard right, Tomiyama in some trouble a little bit. Glances over at his corner. For this one, you don't want to go anywhere. Rex So against Rusali Samor. On her right by Tomiyama, at least showing it there as we come to the end of the round. No, he seemed to be fighting actually through a fog a little bit in that last minute.
Definitely.
Underneath him to try to get his rhythm once again in 7. Been a good between them. 4 knockdowns, as we mentioned earlier. The 2 fighters were both down in the first round. Tomiyama scored 2 knockdowns. Silvania scored 2 knockdowns throughout his career. But he's shown that he does have power. He's not devoid of power despite that low knockout ratio. Winner actually will be making his. For those of you in America, you can watch that fight tonight on HBO 2. It's nice to see the broadcast crew of Larry Merchant, Tim Ryan, George Foreman yesterday. George holding court at the press conference for Pacquiao and Rios today was very funny, as usual. Tomiyama not having, he seems to have found a little bit of a rhythm. Now Cervania himself trying to utilize a jab. I would guess that Cervania is ahead on points at this juncture, but Tomiyama showing he can still summon up some strength and energy, but there's that good left hook. I love the left hook that Cervania. Nice jab work though by Tomiyama. Comes up with an uppercut there.
Time!
End of round 7. What an energy. Round 8, scheduled for 10. WBO Asia Pacific in the United States, for those of you watching in the U.S., but it means a lot here because we are very much in Asia. We have a Japanese, we'll have a Thai fighter against a Chinese fighter in our next fight. Good, Tomiyama. I tell you, I thought at the end of round 6 that Tomiyama had just about had the course. He answered a nice bounce back round in that 7th, utilizing the jab, getting some rhythm going. It would appear to me that the harder puncher, Tomiyama's having good fortune with his boxing ability. Best for him to keep the fight at long range. When Cervania gets within punching range, it's good for him with that left hook. Left hook to the bodies especially. Cervania turned pro in 2009. He had 7 fights in his first year. Last year went through 3 fights. This is his 2nd fight this year. His first one was against Anke himself. We mentioned Tomiyama had fought for a world title, but Cervania, his last fight against Anke Ancona, and he stopped him in 7 rounds. And Ancona is a guy who we've seen in the ring go the distance with Jorge Arce. We've seen him fight Fernando Montiel, so he's been in there with very good fighters recently, really picking up his level of competition. And this is another tough opponent here for him. I'm not exactly sure what Tomiyama was looking at, except maybe one of the mini video boards. They're appearing a little bit tired as Tomiyama. And you can certainly understand why. This fight was fought at a ridiculously high energy pace in the first 4 rounds. Nice combination and a follow-up right by Cervania. And another right that was partially blocked by the shoulder of Tomiyama. Tomiyama answers back with a right of his own, and here they go again as the bell sounds to end round 8.
Russia, Philippines, Thailand, Japan. The World Games here.
Yes, it is, and there is a Russian.
So, right. So if that counts as another one, we'll make that 9.
For 2. That's his nickname. He fights out of the...
Quite a personality, huh? We had some fun in the fighter meetings with him.
Yeah, he's a very clever kid. We are in round 9. I think probably both fighters are happy. This one was 6 minutes remaining. I believe Cervania's ahead on the cards, I would think. He has great moments, it seems, every round. He scored 2 knockdowns of Cervania in the first round.
Started right.
It certainly did not. And it may still not.
It may still not. We still have time.
Tomiyama having success with the right hand, first to the head, then to the body, and shoves an elbow into the face. And he wants to get right at his foe, and he's coming right at Cervania. And as you can see, Tomiyama's encouraged by the success he's had.
Go there. Headbutt, accidental headbutt.
Another cut for Cervania.
And it's immediately called by referee Denrex Tapsadan as a headbutt. This fight may be over. It is. This fight is over. Now Tomiyama thinks he has won, and I do not believe that he has won. The referee, Tomiyama, thinks that he has scored a TKO victory. That is not the case. That is not. Contreras will give us the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. After an accidental clash of heads, referee Tapdasan stops the bout with an official time of 1 minute 42 seconds of the 9th round. And in accordance with the rules of the WBO, we go to the scorecards to determine a winner. Damas y caballeros, atención por favor. El referee Tapta San para la contienda por causa de un choque de cabezas accidental y de acuerdo con las reglas de la OMB, consultamos a la tarjeta oficial para determinar un vencedor. The scorecard reads as follows. Judge Shimiyama scores the bout 87-82 in favor of Cervania. Judge Shimiyama scores the bout 87-82 a favor de Cervania. El juez Tawiku 85-84 a favor de Tomiyama. Judge Tawidun scores about 85-84 in favor of Tomiyama. And Judge Lagumbay scores it 86-83. El juez Lagumbay anotó 86-83 a favor del ganador por decisión dividida técnica, in favor of the winner by way of technical split decision. And still, WBO Asia Pacific Champion, y aún campeón peso super gallo Asia Pacífico de la OMB, Genesis Cervania.
Well, there it is, just a tremendous battle between these two.